Okay, guys, how's it going? I'm back. Today I wanted to come on here and talk about how to stay consistent in the gym. So, how it works for me is if I go to the gym, let's say it's Monday and I just rested Sunday, and now I'm going to the gym on Monday. If I go to the gym and I have a good workout, okay, and what I do after the workout is gonna dictate whether I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow or not. Okay? So basically, what I'm trying to say is if I hit the gym on Monday and I get a good workout and I go home and I get all my meals in, I get all my water in, I get my good rest, I get just proper recovery, okay, from that hard training day. Why wouldn't I want to go to the gym the next day and push all that food into my muscle? Why wouldn't I want to do that and see a good pump out of that? Why? Like, I mean, it makes no sense to me why you wouldn't want to do that. Okay? So, for me, if I'm at home and I'm getting all my meals and like every meal that I eat, it's like I get a natural high and it's like a check mark. Yes, done, done, done. So every meal is like a check mark in my brain. You got to have a mental checklist that you should be checking off on a daily. Okay, a lot of what this building muscle stuff is, a lot of it is mental. Okay, what we're doing here, we're not just building bodies. Okay, we're building mental toughness. Mental toughness, yes. And if you think about it, mental toughness, what does that mean? Doing things you don't want to do. Okay, this whole bodybuilding thing, you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay, like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, do you really think that I want to eat 5, 6 times a day? I don't. I honestly don't. I'd rather just eat 3 times a day. Okay, and sometimes I'd rather just eat fruit for my meal. But guess what? What's gonna happen on the scale tomorrow? If I only eat 3 times a day instead of eating 5 times, tomorrow I'm gonna step on the scale and I'll be down 3, 4, 5 pounds. 100%. That's just how it works. Okay? So in terms of staying consistent, you need to have a mental checklist in your head that you gotta follow every day. Okay? So if you go to the gym in the morning and you come home, you need to start that checklist. You need to start and you need to get on it. You need to have your meal in your head. You need to have your water. You need to have your cooking your food if you need to cook, and you need to do that on a daily. This is things that you're not gonna want to do, but you're gonna have to get used to it because this is what this is. Day in, day out, boring, continuous, boring Groundhog Day stuff. This is how it is. And if you can't do that day after day, you're not gonna get big and you're not gonna gain that muscle. So even if, let's say, I go to the gym and I come home and I don't do nothing for the rest of the day and just watch YouTube. Well, for me, as long as I get my meals in and my water and my recovery and my sleep and whatever, my resting during the day, for me, I'm still doing stuff. Okay, for me, I'm still moving forward because every meal that I get down, I get almost like a natural rush. I get a natural high from it. Okay, and obviously, if I got all my meals in, why wouldn't I want to go to the gym tomorrow and push it all out into my muscle and see a crazy pump? So that's what keeps me consistent. Okay, now I'll give you an example when I wouldn't go to the gym. So if I've already been 3 days to the gym, 3 days in a row, okay, now the third day after the gym, that day I only ate 3 times instead of 5 or 6, however times I'm supposed to eat, and I ate 2 meals less and a liter or two less. Well, since I've already been 3 days in or 3 days in the gym, I might as well skip that the next day and get all my meals in plus get the rest in. And what that's gonna do is your muscles are gonna grow with all that food, and make sure you get as much meals down as if you were working out, as if you went to the gym that day. I know a lot of you guys, your metabolism will slow down if you didn't go to the gym that day, but I promise you, make sure if you guys ate the 5 or 6 meals you were supposed to eat, even on your rest days that you didn't go to the gym, That's gonna help you grow. That's gonna help your muscles recover properly and come together. And then the day after that, if you've eaten all your meals and rested and got all your waters in and you had good sleep, well, that following day your pump is gonna be very noticeable, and it's gonna be a very good pump. So that's why it's important to do that. Okay, so like I said, you guys need to have a mental checklist in your head. Right from as soon as you leave the gym, you write in your head, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta cook, I gotta get all my meals in, I gotta get all the water in, I gotta, and then you just check it off. You just check it off. Every meal you get in, you should be getting more happy and more happy and more happy. That's what happens to me. Motivation is very short-lived. Motivation will last as long as the new song you found on iTunes or on YouTube, and as soon as that song gets played out, motivation is done. Okay? And sometimes another little tip that will help you guys stay in the consistency is, if you're at the gym and you see a bigger guy, somebody you see there a lot, and you see that he's there every day and has some size about him, and you see that he's obviously disciplined, maybe go talk to him. Go up to him, because most of the guys that are big are actually nice people, and they will love to take the time and to have a quick chat, and that will guarantee you, that will make you motivated, and that will get your butt into that mode that you're supposed to be in. Because sometimes, it comes to it where you're like, oh man, I don't want to go there again. But you shouldn't have that. You shouldn't have that type of thought, because first of all, we're men, okay? We need to be strong. And we need to be an example. We need to be leaders. So this is why. Don't think like that, okay? If you feel like in the morning you wake up and you feel like you're really tired, and you feel like your body's buzzing and you're just dragging yourself, okay, take a rest. But try and get to the gym minimally, I would say, at the minimum 4 days a week. Okay? And that's how I stay consistent. I stay consistent by getting all my food in, getting all my water in, getting proper rest, and basically executing all the tasks that I have to do. And then why wouldn't I want to go to the gym tomorrow and push all that food that I just force fed, basically? Why wouldn't I want to go push it out and push it into my muscle and get a good pump and feel good, right? Another thing that is also very beneficial by going to the gym is your mental clarity. So when I go to the gym and I leave the gym, I'm mentally more clear. I could take on the day's tasks better. Okay, it's like I get a refresh. When you press refresh on the web page, I feel like that. I feel like I get a mental refresh, and I'm sharper. I'm more coherent. Just everything's better when you come from the gym. I have more energy. So take it from me. I've been doing this for 9 years now, and motivation will only get you so far. The best thing to do is basically getting used to being and doing things that you don't want to. So basically being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay? I don't want to eat 5 times a day, but I do. Because if I only eat 3 times a day, tomorrow when I step on the scale, I'll be 4 to 5 pounds lighter. And then I'll be like, oh, I'll be down on myself, but I'll get that back the next day. But it happens. It happens to the best of us. So, like I said, guys, go to the gym, make a mental checklist. Okay, get all your meals in, get all your waters in, stay on top of your stuff, okay? Stay on top of everything, track everything, weigh everything, and then you will want to go to the gym the next day because you executed the whole day like it should be. Why wouldn't you want to go push that out? That's how I stay consistent, guys. That's my 2 cents on this. If anything that I told you rang true or you found knowledgeable, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. I'm gonna literally lose my goddamn mind. I'm still hanging in there. So if you guys could help me, I'd greatly appreciate it. For those who subscribe, I can't thank you guys enough. Any other topics you guys want to talk about, put it in the comments. That's it for now, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye for now.